Hi guys, Mary here. I'm going to read on hurricane season for 2019. It is about that time. I am looking at doing some shopping and gearing up for hurricane season. So excuse me. I'll be buying canned goods, water. I always make sure that my batteries are working. I have some solar powered items that power up my cell phone and lights, little lights, and my fan. What else? Make sure I have my ice chests, and I always make extra ice for this time of year. So you guys know who you are in the hurricane areas. You know that this is the time to get prepared, but I thought I'd just do a reading and see what the cards have to say. And shout out to Frank. Frank lives in Florida, and he asked me to read on the hurricanes this season. So hi, Frank. Okay. What can you tell me, Spirit, about the hurricane season? 2019 hurricane season. All right, so the first thing I'm being shown is a bathtub. My guides are funny. They show me images that I'll understand, and they know how much I love my baths. I don't have a bathtub here in Calabria, but I do love baths. And they're showing me a warm bathtub. So I think that's just letting me know that the oceans are warmer, or they're getting warmer. So a warm ocean means hurricanes. Okay, at least they're showing me my area, which is the Atlantic. Yeah, it's the Atlantic. The first card up is the Magician. So I'll pull 4 cards and we'll start from there. Okay, Spirit, please show me the hurricane season. We have the Devil. This is another nod from Spirit about the oceans being warm. Yeah. I feel like the Magician is, I'm just getting, when I see the Magician card, and I don't always read the original tarot meanings or the tarot meanings for you tarot readers out there. I go with my intuition. I feel like Mother Earth is just conjuring up. You know what I mean? This is a time of cleansing for her, so I feel like this is going to be an active hurricane season. And I'm not a meteorologist or anything like that, so if that's not what they're saying, if the meteorologists aren't saying that, I only can say what I'm getting. And I feel like this is the Devil. This is the warm waters. Okay. All right, what else can you tell us about hurricane season, please? All right, so this is the Ten of Swords. This is usually a card of betrayal, but I feel like, or being stabbed in the back, but the message I got with this card is it's going to be a pain in the neck. So a pain in the back, a pain in the neck. This is going to be a painful season. Specifically, tourism. I got the word tourism. I'm being shown the Carolinas specifically, and I got the word Ocracoke. So I think there's an island somewhere in the Carolinas, Ocracoke Island. I think the Carolinas are going to be hit this year. Twice, is what they're telling me. I'm not doing this to incite fear. All you need to do is be prepared, and if you're told to evacuate, please evacuate. I've got the Fool card here as I'm saying that. I have to say, don't be a fool. I'm being shown like a hurricane party, so people making light of it, it's a real party atmosphere. And then I'm being shown like waves coming through the windows, okay? Please don't have a hurricane party and stay and take this lightly. I think we've been shown in the last 2 years that these hurricanes are getting more and more, I don't know, dangerous. Okay. Okay, so we have the Hangman. I'm just getting the message that if you don't evacuate when you're told to, you could be stuck. But I know that the real question you guys are asking is, where are these hurricanes going to hit? So I'm just going to put the cards down and just see what I get from visions. So I'm seeing a hurricane go, it looks like it might hit Puerto Rico, but then it goes north. And it's hitting the Gulf. And my geography is not great, but... So the upper west of Florida, so it's the upper west of Florida that's in that Gulf. And the Gulf area is going to be hit. And then it's going to go inland. So what I'm being shown is not... So there's areas inland where you might feel safe from a hurricane, but they're telling me to be prepared even if you're well inland. Flooding, tornadoes. So even though you're inland of where the hurricane may hit, you still have to be careful. And they're telling me 2 weeks. You need to be prepared for 2 weeks. So it could be 2 weeks without assistance. Have 2 weeks worth of food and water. Just be prepared for 2 weeks. I feel like the government is not going to respond as quickly as we are used to. So you may have to, again, come together as a community. I see a lot of communities coming together, helping each other out, helping the elderly, helping people with pets, people who are sick or homebound. So make sure that you're checking for hurricanes in your areas and then making the necessary preparations and also checking on your neighbors. Okay, so that one's going to go inland, and then I'm seeing another one, which I see it hitting, again, going north of Puerto Rico. And there's like a couple little islands there. I don't know the names of them. And I see it crossing the tip of Florida, so the bottom of Florida, and it's going to lose strength. But then it's going to go, it's going to hit the ocean again and gain strength. And I see it hitting that Carolina area. Yeah, the Carolinas. My brother's in Carolina. So I feel like it's going to hit the Carolinas, Virginia, and then move up the coast. Two. I see the Carolinas getting hit 2 or 3 times. They are going to take a beating. And I'm being shown like summer parties, like I'm getting a 4th of July kind of, you know, the flags, those cakes with the strawberries and the blueberries, the flag cakes, 4th of July. That seems awfully early. What do you mean for the 4th of July? Wait. So it's the Four of Swords, which is usually about rest, rejuvenating. If you're in the Carolinas, you really need to prepare for the possibility of 2 hurricanes, is what I'm getting. I feel like tourism is going to be affected in that area. So that Carolina shore, Ocracoke, and it could be July. That seems awfully early. And then they're showing me like the Jersey Shore and up there, Cape Hatteras area. You guys know where you are. It doesn't take a psychic to know where hurricanes hit, right? But I'm seeing 5 total. And I think 2 major are going to hit the Carolinas. I feel like 2 will be in the Gulf, 2 will be in the Carolinas. And if you're in Florida, I feel like it's going to be the west part that's near the Gulf, but also the tip of Florida, maybe in another hurricane. 5 total hurricanes, 5. That's what I'm getting. I don't see Puerto Rico being hit. I see Puerto Rico, I see like it's, Puerto Rico, it's going to look like it's going to hit, but it's going to veer north. And I see a couple south of Puerto Rico that won't even hit the States. That's what I'm getting. All right, you guys know to prepare. Have ice in your freezer. And like what I do is I take plastic milk bottles and I put water in them and I put them in the freezer for extra ice for my coolers. Have cash on hand because machines won't be working, like ATMs won't be working, credit cards won't be working. And I'm getting 2 weeks. If you can have 2 weeks worth of stuff prepared, I feel like the United States government is going to be, there's going to be maybe a lot of storms, and they might not be able to get financial help to you, or I feel like it might be a while without electricity. So be prepared. I'm also getting propane. All right, so if you have a camp stove, get your propane stoves ready because you might not be able to cook. And I feel like this is inducing fear, and I'm not trying to do that, but if you live in a hurricane area, you know that hurricanes are a possibility, so just be prepared, that's all. And take care of your neighbors and your friends, and if they tell you to evacuate, please evacuate, because I am seeing parties, like hurricane parties, where people are thinking it's fun. There's nothing fun about it. Please take it seriously, because I see people I see a particular party where the water just comes in and you're stuck. I think that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and if you like these videos, please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time. Take care.